for context, when she was like, what do you want me to say? I'm like, I'm a lady around town. I'm like, oh, that sounds like I'm a hooker with a scarf. I have a friend named Brittany, and I hate her. She's a terrible person. But we grew up together. I've known her since we were kids, and like, I guess the plan is to like stay friends forever. It's like a Chinese finger trap of a relation. I don't know, why are you friends with your crabby friend? We've all got one. And since we've known each other, since we both like kind of began developing, we've had this like long-standing Cold War between us, which means like we can't really connect on any actual level, which kind of blows because she makes really bad decisions and is always single because of these bad decisions, and I'm always in relationships. Not necessarily because I make good decisions, but just because, I don't know, it just works out for me or whatever, it's fine. And so when we hang out, basically what it turns into is like her talking about her weird love life and me just like answering her with like passive-aggressive comments. The other day I went on a date with this guy. He was really great. I think you'd like him. He's really smart. He's really funny. We really connected. Listen to what he did. We were having wine, and over the wine he looks at me, and he's like, Brittany, if you could imagine your perfect day, what would it be? How great is that? How great is that? It's so robust and out of the box. I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, it's a very exotic question if you are not used to the men you're dating asking you questions about you. That's really great. Caitlin, don't be so weird. You're always, you know you can be weird. And I feel like no one takes care of me. I'm alone. Okay? I'm trying to find someone. You're right. I'm sorry. When he asked you this robust question, what did you say? And she said, you know what? I learned something about myself in that moment. I thought, oh, Jesus Christ, here we go. My ideal day is at home with a book. And it's raining outside, and I have some tea, and then I watch my favorite movie, and I go have dinner with my friends. I said, well, that's incredibly general. I mean, you didn't even give him like a book title, or like a, you don't want like a first edition, or toss in like a restaurant name or something. Like, this guy's trying to get to know you. Caitlin, it's a really complicated question. I had to think really hard about that question. It's not like you have answers to that question. I said, you're wrong. Because when I'm bored at work, I look at 5th grade writing prompts. I know exactly what I would do for my ideal day. It's a Friday that I have off, and it starts at 9 a.m. Because if I sleep past 9:45, I feel like a jerk, and if I feel like a jerk, then it's not a perfect day. Underneath my pillow, there's a $100,000 gift card to Chanel. But I put that sucker in my wallet. I'm not going to the mall that day because perfect days in shopping malls are mutually exclusive. Also, can you imagine all day walking around thinking to yourself, like, no, not Chanel today, maybe tomorrow. It's like a warm blanket, guys. It's really good. After that, I go on a workout with all my lesbian friends. If you guys haven't worked out with lesbians, you have not really worked out. They're the most motivational human beings on the planet. You did 5 sit-ups? Yeah, good job. Let's go walk my dogs. Okay. Sounds good. After that, I have breakfast with my boyfriend, who also has the day off, so I don't have to feel bad about any of this. This is great. Then I have a big glass of Chardonnay. I wait a half an hour, hop behind the wheel of an Aston Martin, bust out my Bette Midler CD collection, drive through the countryside, wherever the hell that is, happy crying and singing to myself. It's alone. I'm not going to bring anybody else into that. It's my own disease, my own problem. After that, I pull up to a flower shop that's run by Diane Keaton and Meryl Streep, and they're just putting together flower arrangements, beautiful things, none of this carnation crap, and they're talking about what it was like to know Nora Ephron, and there's more happy crying in that experience as well, because it's real, and I'm feeling really good about myself. And then after that, I go home, and all my gay guy friends are waiting for me with chocolate-covered strawberries, and they picked out a movie. I don't know what movie, because a perfect day involves wonderful things happening that you didn't plan. It's great. You don't have to plan everything. Meanwhile, 40 people are watching The Godfather for the very first time. And this is funded by my little wonderful nonprofit that allows people to do things they should have done a long time ago. Like see The Godfather, or go to Big Sur, or eat popcorn with jalapenos on it. I don't know, pick your thing. Incidentally, the nonprofit's called You're Welcome, Dummy. After that, I go hang out with all my conservative friends. We drink whiskey and fire shotguns at bales of hay, because firing a gun feels good, which is why people are trying to keep it legal, which is, you know, whatever, we're going to keep it whatever. But then I party really hard with my conservative friends, and if that sounds weird, you have not partied with conservatives. I'm here to tell you, nobody knows how to color outside the lines better than the people who drew them there in the first place. Speaking of lines, the next stop is Disneyland. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're all gonna go to the Pinocchio lot. That's right, the Pinocchio lot. I'm sorry, Pirates of the Caribbean is closed this afternoon. Anyway, we get there, and what's the best part about that is that that's the day that all the Imagineers figured out how to make the whole park look like it's covered in fireflies. Best day ever. Steve Martin's giving tours, and I can sit down and have a bread bowl and a churro because that day I don't have a gluten allergy, which means that my intestines don't turn wheat products into hot lava that just hangs out around my asshole. And after that, I go home and I have sex with my boyfriend because we figured that out, and I go to sleep knowing that tomorrow's Saturday. And then my friend looked at me and she said, "You're so weird, Caitlin. This is just like that time in the 6th grade when you said your worst fear was Lou Gehrig's disease. You think about things too much." I said, "Well, I mean, you asked me, like, what the ideal day was. That's the perfect day." "Yeah, but none of that's possible." I said, "Well, yeah, your worst fear is a plane crash. What are the odds of that? You could get Lou Gehrig's disease a lot quicker than dying in a plane crash. I'm just saying that." "Well, perfect days are one of those things you think about. It could really happen." I said, "Listen, if you think perfect days are possible, then that might be why you're still single. I'm just putting it out there. You guys have been awesome. My name is Caitlin Cutt. Thank you. Have a great night."